How's it going, everybody? I am Jonah, and we are reacting to Better Call Saul Season 5, Episode 9, the penultimate episode.
Bad Choice Road.
Bad Choice Road. I think your prediction for that was that it was the road that they're walking by.
Yeah,
they keep coming back to.
I mean, as with Breaking Bad, whatnot, I'm sure it's a metaphor, but the specific phrasing of it is also so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine, like, Mike saying, seriously, you're going down a bad choice road. Though, to be fair, I guess Mike can make a lot of things sound good. I guess I could imagine him saying it and it sounded cool.
I know, I cannot imagine Mike saying it and sounding cool at all.
But, like, who else would say it in a sentence? Like, Gus?
No, I mean, like, I don't think anybody has to say it in a sentence. Have they always said it in a sentence?
They haven't said it in a sentence all the time. But,
like Lexter v. Goodman is not, said in a sentence or anything like that.
It's like, the specific phrasing of it, though, feels so weird to me as just, like, the title.
It's probably going to be something somebody says. If somebody says it, it sounds like a Jimmy thing.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, like him just one line in a big long string of monologue.
Yeah.
I could see it being not like the main point, but just a random line thrown in there. Okay, yeah, because it's my guess.
Okay.
Let's jump into it. Oh, is this gonna be him waking up, Kim waking up?
Oh.
She's just been kept up waiting.
Yeah. Oh no.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. Just so that really sums up their characters.
Yeah, and I like you said with the twins, I like that it's not perfectly symmetrical or anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing similar things, but what they're doing is not like the exact same action or anything. Okay.
Jimmy?
Go on.
I'm okay.
God. Jeez. God, this is extremely rough.
Yeah.
$7 million?
Yep.
Cash only. How's he gonna pass over the cash?
I mean, what did you want? You asked cash only.
This is extra.
Unbelievable. And he still got his.
Yeah.
I can't believe he didn't lose any of that money.
It's a miracle.
I mean, he may have lost a couple here or there, but not enough to matter. 100 here or there.
Car trouble. Yeah. Broke down about 6 miles from the pickup site. You know there's no cell reception out there, right?
Car trouble.
Yeah, it's kaput.
Okay.
So, why so long? It's not that far back to the main road. You didn't just hitchhike?
I thought of that, but, with $7 million in cash, I was kind of afraid who might pick me up. I didn't think it was worth the risk. I walked north. Probably not the smartest move, but after a night lost in the desert, I made it.
Oh, jeez.
Jimmy, you need to go to the emergency room.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I cleaned it out real good at the truck stop.
All right, well, let's at least just go get you an IV, huh? You're dehydrated.
No, I don't need an IV. I've been pounding sports drinks nonstop.
Sports drinks.
Okay.
Right, I was thinking energy drinks.
Yeah, sports drinks,
Sports
cold
is
water.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking energy drinks. Whew. Oh. Oh. The bullet.
Yeah.
You see it?
Oh, she sees it.
Yeah, Jimmy. God. I see it.
That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
These men were hired.
By who?
Huh.
Coming south, you say?
That's correct. Forfeiting bail is...
The only way to assure he remains out of prison.
Well then, all will be returning to normal. And I trust your run of bad luck will be behind you.
Bad luck?
The DEA, the fire, the arrests.
My hope is that it's over. He was trying to protect his own business by protecting our business.
If that's him trying to help.
He knows nothing of what we are trying to accomplish. Once Salamanca is south of the border, our actions must be unimpeachable. Any reflection on me will not be greeted with kindness.
All right. Nacho Varga.
Right.
He wants out. He's done everything we asked. He held up his end. I think it's time we cut him loose.
I see no reason to give up an asset.
Once Salamanca's dealt with, we have no use for Varga. He's the only guy they have running things up here. He disappears, Salamanca operation falls apart.
Very good point. Man, Tuco. It's coming out soon.
Varga
but yeah.
stays. Better to control the opposition without their knowledge.
Yeah, also good points.
You have a gun to his father's head. That doesn't sit with me. You want to keep Varga in for the long run? I don't think fear is a great motivator.
A dog who bites every owner he's had can only be disciplined with a firm hand or put down.
It's interesting though, because I'm pretty sure in Breaking Bad, it was Gus who had the line of, "I don't think fear is a good motivator."
Yeah, so I mean, that might be a lesson he's going to learn here.
Yeah.
Once he's down, that's it, right? He's done.
Just do what you're told. Don't worry about it.
Nacho's existence is suffering.
I mean, he's got the meth girlfriends.
Still suffering. Jesus.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I guess my stomach's just not ready for this yet.
It's okay.
I mean, he's gonna have some severe PTSD right now.
Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't that severe later, but I mean, I guess he gets used to it.
Mm-hmm. Plus, like, he's coming down from the severe dehydration and everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything's out of whack.
Oh, man. Makeup artists are on point for these past episodes.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Impossible today. I can't help you. Yeah, that's right. Wait, what are they saying? Oh, you just wait 45 minutes. I can be there. Yeah, you tell them I'm on my way.
What?
What? Jimmy,
Is it the cartel?
you can barely walk. What are you doing?
It's my client. He's in big trouble. They're trying to kill his plea deal because his buddy was carrying weed.
Well, okay, so get a continuance. You don't have to do this today.
Oh, this guy's scared out of his mind. I wouldn't feel right leaving him hanging.
Jimmy, look, I know
Jimmy.
you're lying.
Desert. I had to drink my own pee. I was out of water, and in order to survive, I had to drink heat. Oh, yeah, that's it. So.
That is a classic Walt right there.
Yeah.
I will recover, and we never need to mention this again. I'm gonna go get changed, and I'm gonna get down there.
Oh, the spiral is real.
Yeah.
It's happening real fast. What is this? That's a really interesting way to do it. Okay, she's just quitting.
Huh. Yeah, I guess she's going full pro bono.
Or she's trying to get in the game? I don't know. Like, is this the super bored again?
Copy all the pro bono files and send the originals to my place.
No,
Also,
she is going
no
full pro
rush,
bono.
but box up my diplomas and photos, please.
Oh. Okay. Just thinking something to remember it.
Well, they're gonna box up everything.
Yeah, I mean, but assuming there's all her normal stuff.
Yeah.
No, and think of all the kids you'll help learn what not to do when faced with underwhelming odds. It's so embarrassing. You'll probably have to change your...
And now he's fucking up his client. Like, that guy was so scared, and he went to try and go help him, and he made it worse.
Yeah.
So much worse.
Hey, just so you know, I don't think any less of you. You're
Jesus
still
Christ.
a lawyer.
I mean, he doesn't know.
Also, like, he's been shit on so much in the series.
Yeah.
This is the one time he gets to shine.
You said this goes away, so what's the time frame on that?
One day you're gonna wake up, eat your breakfast, brush your teeth, go about your business.
That's exactly what his daughter-in-law
And sooner or later,
said.
you're gonna realize you haven't thought about it. None of it. And that's the moment you realize you can forget. We all make our choices. And those choices, they put us on a road.
It is gonna be like,
Choices seem
oh
small,
boy.
but they put you on the road. You think about getting off, but eventually you're back on it. And the road we're on led us out to the desert and everything that happened there and straight back to where we are right now. And nothing can be done about that.
I can't believe there's like over 1 billion people on this planet. And the only person I have to talk about this to is you.
I mean, It's pretty wild. He's known Mike for so long as the parking guy.
Yeah.
Imagine if the parking guy saved your life in the desert.
That's true. Oh, that's the two guys.
Oh!
I assume. How long has it been? The legs healed?
I mean, it's been a while.
I mean, would you, in that situation, go back to doing that? After getting your legs broken?
I mean, it only happened once.
Still, it's one time too many. Okay. Okay. Lalo, you insane man. It's a great shot, too.
But what now? Does he do a U-turn?
Quit. Schweikart and Coakley. Leaving something that makes zero difference in the world to help people who are actually in need.
And that's not what he's doing. He's just doing it for money.
What?
Look, we all make choices, right? And those choices, they put us on a road. And the road has good choices, and it has bad choices. This is a bad choice road.
I told you he was going to say it.
He says this a couple times where he just takes a mic quote and makes it so bad.
When you decided to be Saul Goodman, I didn't get it. Still don't really, but I stood by your decision. And I'm not changing my identity, I'm just leaving a job.
And what I did was completely different.
No!
Because I was leaving failure for success.
It's not different. You believed it was right for you. Give me the courtesy of believing this is right for me.
And I'm giving you a reality check. This is too far too fast.
And I'm giving you a reality
From him?
check. This is really none of your damn business.
It's time to fucking pay the piper.
Oh boy.
Put your phone down, leave it on, so I can hear.
Oh?
So you can hear you what?
Do what I said right now.
Oh
Put
boy.
it down, somewhere it can't be seen.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Down somewhere can't be seen.
So, tell me what happened.
What happened?
Yeah, when you picked up the money. Just walk me through it.
There's always a possibility that somebody else, something else happened to the car.
Yeah.
Tell me again.
Honestly, it would have been better if he hadn't tried to dump it. Like,
tell me again.
But he's gonna watch Kim this time, see her react to it or something. He's a lawyer. He's good at lying.
Yeah. He didn't repeat anything exactly. It didn't seem suspicious.
Yeah.
I just like to hear the story.
I mean, yeah, I think he is looking for inconsistencies, and if he'll say something the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he says something the same way.
Yeah. Like, it's a combination of, he says something exactly the same, then he flubs it up later.
Yeah.
And I bought a giant pack of energy drinks, and I called a taxi.
Now that was energy drinks!
I don't know what the problem is, but can she leave here?
Are you kidding me with this?
Kim,
Do you know what he did for you? $7 million of your money. He hauled it across a goddamn desert without one penny missing. And he got you out of jail for a murder that, let's face it, you're definitely guilty of. He did everything you asked and went way beyond what any other lawyer would ever do. So, what exactly is it that you're getting at? What do you want?
I found his car in a ravine. Bullet holes on the side. So, I'm just waiting to hear how that happened.
Bullet holes. That's it? Look, I don't know what it's like where you're from, but here in New Mexico, you leave a soda can out, someone's taking a shot at it. That's what you're on about. You don't think it's possible a couple of yahoos with guns shot up a piece of junk car and then rolled it down in a ditch? End of story? What kind of operation are you running, anyway? Tell me. Because I think I know why you sent him to do this job. It's obvious. You have no one else you can trust. Right? So you sent some lawyer through the desert with your $7 million? No offense, but you need to get your house in order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
This is
If you don't
insane.
trust men with your money, you have bigger problems than if you trust Saul Goodman. And for the record, he doesn't lie. Not to me, not to his clients. He's telling you the truth. But next time you have a bunch of money and no one you can trust, leave him out of it, okay? Try a wire transfer. Try a shell company, or you've heard of the Cayman Islands, right? Jesus, get your shit together and stop torturing
Look what Gus
the
is
one
doing.
man who went through hell to save your ass.
Is that gonna work? Holy shit.
The balls on Kim.
Oh my god, Kim! She just saved your ass.
Back to the same place? Nope. Change of plans. Come on, Ignacio, go. We got
He's gonna
a
make
long way ahead of us.
him, you know, go with him trying to find the people who shot it. God. I feel bad for Nacho.
Yeah.
In many ways, he should be asking, hey, you can pay me back for all this gas? Fucking hell. Okay. That felt like a long episode, insane long episode. It was a little bit longer, but not much longer.
Yeah, very slightly.
Yeah. Whew. Like, I thought we were going to end it right before Lalo and them got to talk at all.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my, that was packed. That was like, I have not felt that like tense in Better Call Saul. I think is since Breaking Bad, which is a bad way to say a sentence, but you know, I haven't felt that tense in Better Call Saul. I have not felt that. Like, Better Call Saul can be extremely tense in other ways, but that tenseness of there's a man in the room with a gun who could kill them at any minute, and they are not like, you know, Walt and Jesse would have nothing to do. They're not going to stop someone trying to shoot them. They're not some badass or whatever. Yeah, like, I have not felt that tenseness.
I'd say this whole episode had a lot of that Breaking Bad energy, like especially like the aftermath of 3 Days Out.
Yeah,
like it was so steeped in it. This felt like what I thought, you know, Breaking Bad sequel was going to be, or Breaking Bad prequel, whatever.
And the fact that she just quit her big firm and I was only doing pro bono means, like, if she died, it wouldn't be like a big thing of Mesa Verde being like looking into it or anything like that. Like, this, if they were to kill her off, that would have been the perfect point. And so my mind was like, are they gonna do it here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not totally convinced she'll survive the end of the season at that point.
But like that episode, I felt so worried she was gonna die.
Yeah, because like, I do think Lalo respects, like, you know, the sheer balls that she had right then and there. And also, like, he's been with Jimmy for a while, so I think he's getting immune to the Jimmy quick talk. Whereas Kim is so, like, she's an unknown quantity. He wasn't expecting her to speak up.
Yeah, and I think he honestly, he didn't believe fully what she said, but he did believe in the don't torture the one man who is, you know, willing to go through all this for you.
Yeah.
Which made him be like, you're right, why am I going after him and just getting him to tell me, yes, I was shot at, when I should be going after the people who shot at him?
Yeah.
And like the thing, you know, the shell corporations, the what did you mention before that? The wire transfer and all this thing where it's like, good God, he like the Salamancas in general are always just like so far behind Gus's times.
So bad.
Yeah. So.
And like of the Salamancas, it does seem like Lalo is the one Salamanca who would be like, yeah, you know what, we should modernize.
Yeah.
Everyone
he just
else,
doesn't know how.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
He's just ignorant.
And that, and also, like, a big part of his appeal, I think, to the rest of the family is, you know, the way he is, that he's easygoing, but he's very loyal.
Yeah.
So I think, like, even if he knew how to do some of this stuff, like, he wouldn't put it in place if Hector didn't want him to. If Hector was like, no, you gotta do the big bags.
Yeah.
Don't seal wrap them.
Do the big bag with the dollar sign on it.
Make it look dirty. I like it when it's dirty.
So, where do we even begin this episode? Where do we even begin? But the amazing shot, calling back to the shot in whatever season it was, where Saul and her were, you know, waking up at the same time.
That was, the episode was called Something Stupid.
Okay.
And, like, this song was specifically, like, it's a cover made for that scene in that episode.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Yeah, like, I thought they were gonna just do the whole thing again, but they just played a bit of the instrumental this time.
Yeah. I didn't even notice there was the same song. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great callback to that, and just great seeing that again in a much different way too. This episode really was the feeling bad for Kim and Nacho episode.
Yeah, I mean, throughout this entire season, Kim has been so consistently, like, not always right, but in the relationship, I think, like, she has been the most reasonable and, no, like, she's been so forgiving to the point of being unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like, in every situation, like, she accepts what Saul's doing, she talks about it, like, she speaks like she's talking to a child so often now, because it's the only way to make sure that Saul understands, like, okay, I'm not angry at you, but you should tell me, your wife, what is happening.
Yeah. I get it. I feel like I have to talk to you that way sometimes.
You do. I am the Jimmy a lot.
At the same time, I feel like you have to talk that way to me sometimes too. I feel like we both have to have a child talk at some point. So, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. At some point, you do have to have the we have to have more communication thing. But like, yeah, I think it is interesting this season. With I would agree, Kim has been primarily the one that I am feeling sympathy for this season, and the one who I am like, 100% behind Kim on what she says to Jimmy on almost everything that she says. Like, there has been the times where she is slipping and everything like that.
Right.
But whenever she has reprimanded him, I have been behind her, whereas, like, whenever Jimmy has reprimanded her, 99% of the time, no. But at the same time, you know, I was very, I think season 4, where I was just like, Kim needs to get off Jimmy's back for the brother thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's clearly, this is his way of dealing with it.
Right.
And she needs to accept that. But yeah, this season is like totally now the complete opposite. Where it's like, Jimmy is just... oh boy, cannot understand her. Like, I feel like that was how I felt with her in season 4. I'm like, how can you not understand that, like, Jimmy just doesn't, he is over it. He doesn't care. This is the healthiest thing for him. And now in this season, it's just, Jimmy, how can you not understand? Bob Odenkirk's amazing acting these past 2 episodes particularly. Like, he's a good actor. I like Bob Odenkirk. I've known Bob Odenkirk for a long time. I like him. I don't think he's an amazing actor or anything like that.
Sure.
But I do think in these past 2 episodes, I would say, like, okay, yeah, that was fucking incredible, amazing acting these past 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like, I think he's a really good comedic actor.
Right.
But, like, I don't think his dramatic stuff is, like, amazing. You know, I'm like, he's a good actor, you know, but...
And I do think that's probably why they waited, like, partially... like, how do I put this? Like, partially like the stakes of the series have built up to this point. Like they couldn't have done this in season 2 the way it was all set up. But also, I think a big part of it was Bob Odenkirk getting to do more dramatic stuff as Saul and like slowly branching out and getting more comfortable with it.
Getting to have a focused character, like being the main character, getting so much time, definitely has helped. Like comparing him like talking to Lalo at any point this season to at the end of Breaking Bad, him talking to Walt. I think he looks more scared talking to Lalo.
Yeah.
Which I don't think should be the case. But I think it's just that his acting is so much better now that he can sell it better. But yeah, I think he's definitely come a long way.
Yeah.
Especially from, we actually just watched like one of the very first things he ever was in.
Oh yeah.
Which is him playing Charlie Manson in some like really old sketch show. Oh, what was it? I can't remember.
It wasn't Jimmy. What? It was just like a variety show, right?
It was some variety show. I can't. It was a very popular one.
Yeah.
But his acting in that was just awful. Awful.
Yeah.
But I think that's amazing. The fact that like we can go back and look at that and it's like, boy, this is just bad acting. This is not good. This is very bad. Whereas like now it's like, damn, he's amazing.
Oh yeah.
To see like the progression he has taken is incredible. Again, I said it, the makeup artists have been on point for these past 2 episodes. I can't stop looking at every little disgusting part of him and Mike.
Yeah. Boy. I hope we get to see a little of like Kaylee and Kaylee's mom like reacting to Mike's face.
I don't think you're gonna go see them like that.
No. But I mean, like, even after a few weeks, he's so old. Like, he's got the old skin.
Yeah.
Like, the younger you are, the easier it is to heal after that. Like, I can fully buy Saul looking just completely fine in season 6.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if Mike's face can get more damage, though.
You think it's at peak damage?
I think it's at peak pot mark.
You know, this might explain why he looks slightly younger in Breaking Bad, because, like, all the skin on his face died, and then he peels it all off.
Oh, no!
And then he got the young face underneath. Young.
No, he just gets so much wrinkle and so many pot marks and all that just blends together to look smoother.
Ah, I see.
Well, let's talk about the actual plot of this episode.
Oh yeah, there was an episode.
Everything we keep joking about the cash with the $1.7 million, and it is so ridiculous having to see them all counted out like that.
It was actually like an interesting visual parallel to the cartel also counting the money when we saw it.
True, yeah. That's a good point.
And like how they were so machine-like, but with this place, like they're not expecting $7 million. They had to get everyone in to count it.
Yeah. And
plus, I guess I didn't really realize that the was that the DA, the lady.
Was it the DA? I thought it was the DE. I thought she was with the DE. No.
No, because it's unrelated.
Yeah. I have no idea who the hell that was, actually.
Yeah. But I didn't realize until now that, oh yeah, she said $7 million cash because she 100% didn't expect someone like Jorge Guzman to have it at all.
Yeah.
Like, it was equivalent to saying $1 trillion. Like, just, you're not gonna pay it.
I suppose so. But, like,
specifically, I know bail, like, most people, if they need to pay bail, go to a bail bondsman. And that person pays, like, a couple million, and then asks you to give them 100,000. Because, like, when you pay bail, usually, like, once you go back to court, they give you the money back.
Okay, I see.
But if you can't pay that much, you give a bail bondsman the money for real, and then they pay the amount, they get that amount back. And then they keep, a tiny amount that you give them.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah.
Like
makes sense.
So you would have paid like $100,000 for them to pay $7 million.
Okay, yeah. I have no idea about any of that shit. So okay, that explains the cash thing then.
Yeah, because you can't ask a bail bondsman to be like, "Hey, I need $7 million in cash."
I mean, why couldn't they?
I mean, you could, I guess. It would just be.
It's just hard because they got to go around to many banks to get all that out. Probably.
Yeah.
They don't have $7 million in cash just lying around, I assume.
Plus, they would probably like do a big search on you as well.
Yeah.
Now it's their money.
Yeah.
But boy.
But yeah, great. Like, man, all around. I don't know what I have particular to say other than just like everyone's acting was so good this episode. Yeah. It was so amazing. And actually, the stuff with Gus talking about big bald man. What's his name? Donald Audio. what was he? I'm not sure if I understood that exactly.
So the way I understand it is that Don Eladio wanted to, like he definitely hired the guys to steal the money.
Right. I wasn't clear on why. Did that make sense to you? I wasn't really sure what he's planning to gain out of this.
Like, it seemed like the end result. I don't know how he wanted to get there. It seemed like the end result was just he wanted to stop the infighting between Gus and Lalo.
Right, but I'm not sure. Like Mike said.
Yeah.
I don't. I can see. I've seen plenty of anime. I know the bullshit plan that's just like, all right, I get. That's some real hoping for the best case scenario thing.
Right.
But I don't see how this, in any case scenario, would have made them fight back. It didn't. It didn't work, and I don't know how it would have worked.
Because, okay, let's go through the process of, so they take the money, maybe kill Saul, maybe don't, whatever. So, Lalo stays in jail, because he can't pay bail.
Okay, yeah.
And then he stays in jail? I mean, I guess that cuts...
What is the difference between him staying in jail and him coming back to the border? I mean, coming back to Mexico.
I mean, maybe Don Eladio doesn't want him in Mexico either.
That's what I was figuring,
Yeah.
but, I wasn't sure if you had any, theory on that, or, why? I can't think of why.
Yeah.
What would he be doing in Mexico that he gives a shit about?
Right.
What does anybody do there in Mexico that they give a shit about?
I mean, we know so little about the Mexico situation.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if we're not understanding it clearly, if it is maybe a mystery and we're it's gonna be
perhaps
expanded upon next episode,
because I don't think we had any foreshadowing before this point that it was Don Eladio.
No.
So
but as far as one of the only other people in the show that we know,
yeah,
sure, it's well, not any of us guessed that, but it's a it is a twist, but it's not a insane. It's okay. Sure, but why?
Because also, Gus was 100% certain that it was Don Eladio.
Yeah. I mean, just by the way that he talked and everything.
Yeah.
I think he was calling to confirm, and by the way
Right.
that they both talked, he was confirming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know really how he thought that was going to work, or why he wouldn't want Lalo down in Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't know either of these two. But now, Lalo is going down to Mexico. This has made it worse, because now he's well, now I'm going down to Mexico with Nacho, and we're going to look into this.
The only line I can think of is that, when he's talking to Hector, Lalo does say, once I'm in Mexico, I'll have Don Ladio's ear. He'll
That's
be
true.
there the whole time. He'll be able to talk about, everything now that's Hector's not around.
Right.
So maybe this was supposed to be a big move by Don Ladio to try and cut out the Salamancas. Because then it would just be the cousins, I guess.
Yeah, which are the most dangerous ones, I would say.
But the cousins won't do anything. The
That's
cousins
true.
won't tell him to do anything.
They'll shut down like robots. Once the family's dead, they don't know what to do, and they just cease functioning.
I mean, presumably they're still out in the desert, waiting for...
They're still just standing there waiting for Lalo. They just look past as Ignacio's car drives by. Still stand there.
But yeah, that's as good as I've got.
I guess. Oh, man. So, Kim quitting her job.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember... I think I said that in this season, that it... I don't remember if it was in a reaction or not, but I guess I'll act as if it was a reaction.
Sure.
So I said before that we had the whole year where Jimmy was off and Kim was paying the bills for both of them, and then I think I predicted that maybe we're going to see Jimmy be totally broke and Kim paying all the bills.
You mean the other way around?
Yes. A situation where Jimmy has to pay all the bills, Kim doesn't.
Kim's broke. Yes, you did. I think you said that off camera. I think you said it to me before we ever started doing reactions to this.
Yeah, but it seems like that's what we're leading into now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Especially with the parallel of her.
If she doesn't die.
Yeah, hopefully, if she doesn't die. But I think that really hammered home the insanity of Jimmy saying, "This is a real big decision. What are you crazy?
Yeah,
you're giving up this giant firm."
But I mean, it's really him talking to himself too. Like he's like, oh no, she's gonna walk down the exact same path I did. Like I don't think he's thinking that, but he's subconsciously thinking that.
Perhaps.
Because especially with him talking about like her saying, I'm doing, what I was doing didn't make a difference in the world, and cutting back to his conversation with Mike, talking about that was a guy who was just an innocent guy who got killed, and now we're helping the guy who did it and all that. Which is, he's just doing it all for the money.
Yeah.
Whereas Kim is saying, who cares about the money?
And, like, Jimmy had a bunch of lines in that conversation where he was subtly implying that he thinks the pro bono cases are useless or worthless. Like, you're giving up something good for something bad.
Yeah.
Like, at the very core, I don't think he respects the pro bono cases at all. Like, he's okay with it as a thing that Kim does, but...
He was, but then he got bored of that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, not that he got bored of that, but it just wasn't bringing in the money that he wanted.
Right. I think that's the difference. I do legitimately think that, like, Kim will still break here and there a little bit. She'll want to do something a little spicy. But I do think at this point, she could live her whole life just doing pro bono cases, and she would be happy about it.
I was worried that she was going to do... I don't know. I hope she could just do pro bono cases and be happy and not have to do a big Mesa Verde heist again.
Right.
But I think she would. I think she's going to be like, oh, I'm getting that itch for the heist.
See, I think she'd be fine with just doing the occasional shakedown of some guy at a bar.
Yeah. I mean, that is what I mean. Like, just a grift, something, a con, anything like that, I think she would have to do.
But I think she'd stay on, like, the Marco level and not the Saul level.
Is the Marco level a good level to be at, even?
I mean, it's not a great level.
Marco level might be worse than the Jimmy level.
I mean, in terms of outcomes, sure. But in terms of, like, crime, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. In terms of crimes, but, yeah. There was something I wanted to say at the end here. I don't remember what it was. I think it was, like, when he was in the bathtub still. Or no, it couldn't have been then.
I did want to say that, like, I do think Kim's response of, maybe some guys just shot and threw off the cliff was a really good one. Like, honestly, if... Like, I guess Mike was more concerned with just making sure the evidence was totally gone. But realistically, it probably would have been better if they had just left it there. Bullet holes and all. Like, someone shot it, whatever.
Honestly, it would have been insane. Well, I mean, to be fair, they weren't trying to hide it from Lalo. They were trying to hide it from the other guy.
Yeah.
And they had driven it farther ahead.
True.
So, it was not a Lalo situation.
Right.
It's not like they're gonna be like, well, okay, we killed the guy, let's go walk back that way, but take the car out of the pit. Like, and that wasn't a bad decision on their side. That was a good decision. So.
Fair.
Because the guy had to search for the car, so if they didn't do that, they'd probably be dead.
True. Okay, fair. You're right.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I do not remember what I was going to say. I mean, I did bring up that too, just like the... maybe that is what I was, saying. I'll just wait for the discussion because I thought the episode was going to end right there or something.
Okay.
But, I was like, what is stopping him from thinking that somebody just, shot up the car randomly or whatever?
Yeah. I like that we got another one of these situations where Mike says a really cool thing, and then Jimmy's later like, like the thing, like the bad choice road, you're on it.
Yeah. Oh, he fucks it up in like the worst way.
It makes me think that like so many of the cool, like interesting or like catchy things he says in Breaking Bad are probably just things that someone else said that it was a lot better.
What did he say catchy in Breaking Bad?
I can't.
My dad slept with my stepdad slept with my wife.
Yeah,
is that a catchy Mike saying?
Laser tag.
Well, I don't think any of these are cool sayings that Mike said.
I've had Mike sold him on the laser tag place. And he was like, yeah, okay, I'll pay for the laser tag place. And now he's like, guys, the laser tag, it's good. I can't tell you how it's good, but it's good.
We have to get the laser tag at some point in this show. Of all the things that I say, we don't need to get that in Better Call Saul. We need to get laser tag in Better Call Saul.
Well, he seemed like he believed in it so much.
It was the ultimate form of a cover. I feel like we're definitely gonna get a throwaway line to laser tag or something.
Yeah. They've been scratching so many itches this season.
Lalo is by the way, fantastic seasonal villain. For the fact that he is a villain both to Saul and to Gus.
Yeah. Also, the jump onto the car was wild.
Yes.
It had the same energy as when he was at the wire transfer place.
Yeah, just like talking, like just doesn't care.
He's just a ninja.
Is there anything else you have to say about this episode?
I
Everything I have to say is just about like the acting and the characters.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's amazing.
Nacho's in a bad situation. I think you're right in that Nacho's just gonna have to search the entire area for the place where the shooting happens.
Yeah, like I think that's what he's gonna make him do.
Mhm.
They're gonna go on a like war, 2-man war.
Boy. My only other guess was, is he going to just take Nacho across the border? Like, are they both going across the border? He's going to just keep Nacho as, like, as the Jesse of the series. Like, as
That's
the...
what it feels like.
Like, he's going to be tied up somewhere, cooking not meth.
I did want to say, not like the thing I forgot to say or whatever, but that I also okay. So when I started watching Better Call Saul, well, originally, just as a tangent,
Sure.
I watched Better Call Saul season 1, a little bit of it, when it was like first coming out, and I remember not actually watching because I was like, this is gonna be so full of Breaking Bad references. There's Mike and now there's Tuco.
The
and
first
like,
episode.
Yeah, it's just like, man, this is just going to be Better Call Saul, the ha 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 Breaking Bad reference show. Whereas, like, now, I do like that, and I do think even rewatching it all, season 1 feels so much more like Better Call Saul with ha ha, I don't want to say ha ha Breaking Bad references, but like, it is Better Call Saul with references to Breaking Bad, whereas season 2 onwards feels way more like a prequel to Breaking Bad.
Right.
Like, it is the lawyer side of things and is the criminal side of things. Whereas the first season really felt like the lawyer side of things and Breaking Bad references, which then just became, now we have the criminal side of things as well.
Yeah.
So, I had seen season 1 a little bit when it was like first coming out, then I finally got back into it like way later. I'm like, well, let me see if it's any good. And surprise, surprise, it is. But yeah, so as I was going through all of Better Call Saul, with all of its Better Call Saulness, with all of its Jimmy doing the grifty things, with all of its Kim and Jimmy being like, oh, sorry, I'm not coming into work today, I'm going to the fucking pool to make fun of a guy, in the midst of all this, in the midst of us having this long-term relationship that was going on for like a long time and everything, and I just said, fuck it, and at work one day, like, I was planning to quit within the coming like weeks or whatever, but I was just like, it was just one day at work. There's nothing in particular. It was nothing, nothing set it off. I just went like, and it wasn't even my manager or anything. It was just like one other employee was like, hey, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. So sorry, but bye. And then I just left. I never told my work anything. Didn't give him 2 weeks notice. Didn't give any official statement. I just told one coworker. I was just standing there and like, fuck that. You know what? Sorry, but I'm not like mean to them. I was just like, I literally was like, hey, I quit. I'm sorry. Don't make a big scene. I just figured, fuck it. I quit. Instead, I just walked out, went home, and so yeah, I get the Kim mentality of like. Yeah. I totally get it. To many other people, it would be insane. To everybody who ever said it to, they think I'm insane. But like, I just could. I mean, it was just. I get it. It felt right. It felt like the moment, and I was like, I'm quitting my job. I'm moving up here temporarily with all the legal problems that causes. Yeah, it's I like I'm doing what makes me happy, even if I have no money.
You're doing the pro bono work for them, the audience.
For you, the audience. Go, if you're not supporting the Patreon, support the Patreon, man. Did you listen to that sad story I just said? Oh, look at these tears, I'm crying. Oh, so sad. Support the Patreon. I have, until I am able to be a resident of Canada, that's my time limit. I can't work a job while I'm up here. So what job can I do? I can do Patreon. And I really want to do that full time. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, get the full length for Better Call Saul for this episode. For the next episode, the finale, we're gonna be doing the next season when it comes out too. Plenty of other shows we do. Plenty of shows gonna be coming as well.
By the way, I would want to say I do have a job. I'm not like doing illegal work. I'm not in the game.
You're not the criminal side of things.
So, like, you're not gonna die.
No,
we're not living just on Patreon money.
no.
But
and you got those sweet Canada money now that COVID's happening.
But the Patreon is extremely appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have your money, but like, aside from I eat the food that you guys have and stuff, but aside from that, like, I left all my possessions behind, and I spend pretty much all my money on one thing.
Yeah, it's a big gamble. And I am very proud to see it, paying off. Like,
yeah,
you're doing it. You're making it happen.
Making it work.
Living that life. Living the Kim life.
Yeah, it is. I've had to cut a lot. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I have had to just completely cut out that I don't have money anymore. But yeah, it's been making me happy.
Aw. Really glad.
That's it for this episode. See you guys for the next one. Until then, get the fuck out of here.